black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
And to the sports note, which we brought up months ago.
Yes, sir.
This is where the WNBA's feet also has to be put to the fire. You need to be doing something for these players so that they don't have to do this nonsense. Whether it's the NBA, big brother, little sister, whatever, something has to be done to avoid this happening again. Because it may happen again. Because you can't afford to pay these people. I brought this up before, guys. 20 years. 20 years the WNBA has been working in red. 20 damn years, guys. Right. And we're wondering why Dave can only make $75,000 a year. Because the league is working in the red. So
and you know who for that?
They got to do something.
Go ahead. Holla.
Women.
Yep. I was about to say the same thing. Yeah. I was about to say the same thing. Yep.
They don't even and I'm talking about specific women too. These damn feminists. They're to blame for the plight of the WNBA because there's no reason why they can't support that league in mass.
Well,
no
you have
reason.
The same problem. You have the same problem with U.S. soccer. You have the same problem with.
Exactly.
So it's not just the WNBA. It's women's sports in particular.
Right. Because the ugly truth about it is that women don't want to go to games where there's no men.
Yes, thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Well,
can we address the pink elephant in the
room? In actuality, I don't know if it's that. I think when the WNBA first came out, they've done a fantastic job with making the league a bit more feminine. When they first came out, it was a league of men, chicks.
Yeah.
It was chicks that looked like dudes. They would be on the court grabbing the crowd.
They were women's phys ed teachers.
Just let me put it in my own way. Bulldog.
No, wait. Before you say it, please choose your words wisely.
Why am I gonna choose my words wisely? Fuck them.
Remember, this is Big Brother R we're talking about.
Exactly. I don't give a shit. I'm ignorant. Bulldaggers. I said it. What?
They didn't look like women. They didn't look like women, and it's kind of like I'm not gonna take my daughter to watch a game with women acting like dudes. But they've done a fantastic job of what I'd say like making the women a bit more effeminate and making it more about because they have like a lot of women in the WNBA now that are like, wow, she's pretty. She's like, she's really like. And they've done a good job with putting them on the sidelines in the off season, so that they're still out there. They are on ESPN. They're on NBA TV. So they've done a fairly decent job, but they still haven't been able to make that gap. I'm not saying that they're going to get paid as much as the men, but it's kind of like you got to do something better in order corporate sponsorship or whatever it is to kind of like get them up to speed, so they don't have to play all over. Like all year round, because then you taint the quality of your product. If she has to go there after the regular season and play for 4 more months, and then the next season starts in another month, so now their bodies are breaking down because they're playing basketball all year round competitively.
But see, this is the thing, and I'm not going to let women get off the hook with this. Right. How do men get the salaries that they get? Because men support the league.
That's it.
They go to the games.
It comes down to. That's what it comes down to.
They purchase the merchandise. It's no way to make the WNBA be thriving and successful if women don't support it. It's that simple.
No, they should connect. They should connect the two to kind of like the WNBA and the NBA are brother and sister. So then you got the corporate. So now you could feed the WNBA off the corporate sponsorship of the NBA. Would you get the same level? Probably not. But I'm sure if there's a market for sneakers for women, if there's a market for jerseys for women,
They could do stuff. They could do stuff like have the women and the men play against each other when they have the same cities, just for fun type. All-Star Weekend could be like intramural. What is it, like men and women playing? Cause I don't know if y'all know, but women can fucking hoop. I know some women who can hoop. Like no. So the level of competition and skill, that's zero excuse. It's just that they want to keep it separate. It's as simple as that.
Yamoja,
what up,
this is my thing. Why are we doing all this tap dancing around trying to find the solution to people that don't want one? Women need to fucking support the WNBA. It's that simple. Support the league, buy the merchandise, do what the men do. If you're not doing that, then why should the league even exist?
I got a question for you guys in regards to merchandising and the WNBA and the fans and whatnot. Have we even seen a woman with a WNBA t-shirt?
No.
Yeah, you see it
around
when they go to the game. When they go to the game.
When it comes to the game.
No, not when you go to the game. I'm talking about. I think you're talking about in general, walking in public.
Right. Because I see plenty of guys walking around Yankee shirts, Knicks shirts, and this and that.
Does any of them even have a sneaker deal?
I think so.
Probably not.
I think the one from Phoenix, the guard Diana Taurasi, I think she may have had some kind of, because I mean, you got to be really popular.
She was in the league.
You got to be really popular.
If women supported the WNBA like they should, they'd be making more money than the men because there's more women than men.
Yeah, because you look at it like the cosmetic industry. Okay, that's mainly women, and that's multi-billion-dollar industry. So when they want to rally behind something, they definitely know how to put their money together. So I'm with Halib on this. I mean, we can look at the NBA and what the NBA can do to assist, but I think.
But isn't that the patriarchy? If they assist, that's the patriarchy.
Well, yeah.
Why do you want the patriarchy helping out the WNBA? That's the
problem. What I'm saying.
We don't want to be misogynist here, do we?
But we're talking about a professional sport. But we're talking about a professional sport that's been dominated by men. It has a running head start for a very long time. There's things that the WNBA can do to change. That can attempt to change the business, but it's very hard. I mean, they're not where they are for lack of trying or lack of fun.
Oh no, I don't blame the WNBA. I don't blame it at all.
I always wondered this, right? I've always wondered this. Why do they keep the rims the same height as the men? Right?
Shaq made that
right.
point.
Like I'm not saying be like the men, but it's a fact. Women, a center in the WNBA is what, 6'3", 6'4", right? So women are naturally shorter. Give them a chance to show off the athleticism that they have for their level. And I don't mean that as women.
But
right?
Chad,
they're not as athletic or as big as we are. So they're not going to
Chad, do you realize that you're being a misogynist right now?
Give them a chance to get those highlight reels and bring excitement to the game.
But Chad, let me ask you this before you go any further from that point.
Sure.
Then who are you appealing to? Because you think that the women aren't watching it because they're not dunking?
No, you know what? I don't think it's that, right? I there's a reason why. I think this is one of those situations where we would like it to be easier than it is to get the answer. But I think that it's easier to find an answer than we're making it. There's not a lot of appeal for mainstream viewing purposes as for the women as there is for the men. I mean, and it's not just the WNBA. I mean, we're seeing viewership for everything down in 2022, right? There's so much more to do. There's streaming. There's everything, right? WNBA has always had weak ratings. I think women's college basketball does pretty well, but WNBA has always had an issue. I don't know if, but at the same time, we've seen places where viewership has nothing to do with salaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can afford to pay these women more money if they wanted to. Right?
Yeah, but when you look at that, Chad, when you look at that last year, WNBA championship was on, you didn't know what channel it was on.
No.
You didn't know what time the games. You
No.
didn't know what time the games
No.
were on. And
Absolutely.
my thing is, if that is the creme de la creme of what your organization stands for, you got to do a better job with getting that on mainstream TV, and being able to. When the playoffs started, I didn't know what, because I watched some of the games. I'm like, well, what channel is it on? Because sometimes it was only on ESPN2, so you had to have ESPN2. Or would only be on a certain channel, and it's
you should. I mean, not for nothing. If your cable package don't have ESPN2, then you need to call them up right now and say, "What my fucking ESPN2?" You should have the Ocho and Dodgeball on your shit.
Well, that's if
you know what I mean?
That's if you're rolling with the legitimate, with the mainstream.
Yeah, you know what though? Yeah. Look, I would say this too, and I don't know how many brothers have daughters or wives, right? I have a 16-year-old daughter. She turns 17 tomorrow, right? She's asked to go to Liberty games or Barclays Center or whatever, right?
Shout out to her.
Right. Yeah. Man, forget her, man. I'm spending a bunch of money to the cost next year. Anyway, she's went there, right? And when I go to the games, I'll bring the kids things back. She's never asked for a jersey, right? She liked that when she was younger. She liked that there were women playing basketball, girls playing basketball. She didn't give a shit if they were ugly or cute or not. She didn't give a shit. She prefers to watch the guys, right? She'll ask for when she has to come for one of her little school spirit weeks. She has to get jerseys. She asks for a guy, right? When I'm with my wife, we all have women. When I'm with my wife, she wants to watch the men play. When I used to go to Rucker Park all the time, there was a lot of females in them stands. Right. They like there's something about, and again, this isn't meant to be offensive to the women's game, because I have a lot of respect for the women's game, but it's what you want. Like it's not, it's what you desire. The men's game, there's something to the men's game that the women's game doesn't have, and maybe and maybe it's our mentality, right? It's our mentality. They have the men. Right? We're used to seeing the men, right? Right.
Mine is Brittany Griner.
If you go to
why you think it was so lame that Arya Stark killed the fucking Night King instead of Jon Snow?
Let me say something to that. Let me say something to that point real quick, because what you just said, Brother Chad, was actually spot on. And what it is when we talk about gender, just men and women, psychologically, we are okay with seeing men in a fiery competitive match. We're okay with that psychologically, right? In terms of gender. Feel me, y'all. When we think of women, we don't want to see women in blood sports. I'm just talking about when we think of, and all of us here are men. Right. If we're being honest, when we think of women, we don't first think about our moms and our sisters. We think about something thick. Most of us, right? We think about something nice and sexy. And then if we do think about, man, I miss my mom, I miss my daughter, I miss my auntie, we're not thinking about them fucking fighting. We're thinking about them helping us with something when they told that joke or their favorite dish that they cook. We're not thinking about them crossing somebody up and dunking on them, bro. Right. Therefore, when we do see it, like when I see a little ass lady with crazy handles, I'm like, God damn, she actually got hoop, right? She got hoop. But still in all, I'm still looking like, but hold on though, she actually sexy though. She don't look like no dude. Do you feel me? I'm looking at that. That's what I'm looking. I'm looking at that part.
I feel you, but this is my point, and there's no conspiracy, is what my point is.
None. Right. Yeah.
The UFC. Right. I remember Dana White said he would not have women fighting in the UFC, and then came Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey brought butts to the arena. Next thing you know, UFC got women. Right. It's about the money, and this is why I'm blaming women. If women don't support is the WNBA supposed to be a charity, or is it a business?
I would say this.
If they don't support it, then why should it fucking exist? How much help is the NBA going to give? Because isn't it subsidized by men? All this patriarchy is going on. I don't like this, man.
But again, you know what's funny?
I don't like all this misogyny. These women need to take care of this league themselves.
But again, viewership and salary are not mutually exclusive, right?
But
They can
revenue
afford to pay the girls more. I'm sorry, the women more, even though they don't have the viewership numbers. The idea that they can't is bullshit. That's what they're telling people. Oh, don't get numbers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They get
They
can afford to pay the. Listen, Brittany Griner makes $22 million in Russia. I think I make fucking more than Brittany Griner as an engineer here than she fucking makes. Or I'm not too far away from her.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
agree
all
with
right.
you.
That's all right.
I make more than most WWE stars.
Right.
Nice.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about the WWE's athletic performance, right? Predetermined, blah, blah, blah. It's not fake because it doesn't say it's real. Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, they are tremendous at what they do, right? Mm-hmm. Who would rather watch them fight than Macho Man and Ric Flair? No offense to them, but we're talking about physicality, right? Mm-hmm. Combat. You don't want to see. That's not what you pay for. That's not what you want to see. You want to see LeBron. You don't want to see Sharon. Yeah, I did that.
Fellas.
But I gotta say, Chad, I've seen Sasha Banks and
she looked good.
And Charlotte Flair in a match, and they can go.
They are tremendous.
Exactly.
They are tremendous. However, when you tune into WrestleMania in March or April, you want to know what Roman Reigns is doing.
Right.
You want to know what Cody Rhodes is going to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to look at Bianca Belair personally.
Let's talk about her.
It depends on the marketing around it, because you say that, and I know everybody knows who Clarissa Shields is.
Of course.
Female boxer. When she's fighting, everybody's tuned in because it's the publicity, the marketing around that. So I feel like it's the marketing around the WNBA that sucks. It's the marketing.
Clarissa Shields is tremendous, but when you say everyone's tuned in, who's everyone? What's her numbers?
Well, when you watch, does she have pay-per-view? When you watch boxing, when you watch female boxing, she's the creme de la creme, and they promote her just like when Ali. When Ali's daughter was boxing,
she's the creme de la creme of female boxing. All the respect to her talents of female boxing.
Well, who's the equivalent of her in the WNBA?
No, I'm saying it's the marketing. I'm giving you an example of the marketing around female sports. So what I'm saying is the marketing around the WNBA, it leaves a lot to be desired, because if they marketed it differently, it would appeal to more people. Like
I get that.
To women. It wouldn't just appeal, it would appeal to a broad, because they keep saying, okay, empowerment. They want little girls to feel empowered. They want little girls to participate in sports more than anything else now, because primarily sports were associated with boys. Now there's the push for females in sports. What bigger instrument?
I have a question.
Who can they get this marketable in the WNBA that they can put in that position? Because you can't. I do agree that marketing is essential, but they also have to have somebody that's marketable. Like Ronda Rousey was marketable, Clarissa Shields marketable. You know what I'm saying? It's like these people are personalities. Who is in the WNBA to take that lead and that they can push and promote the same way?
They have started.
They had a young lady,
Skylar
Leslie.
Skylar Diggins. Yeah, they had Lisa Leslie. They had what's the other one that works with Shaq? She used to play in Chicago. She still plays in Chicago.
They didn't. What's the name? What's that chick's name? Sue Bird. There's a couple other people.
Right.
Can I point out something?
Look.
I just want to point out something, and then y'all can go on.
I think we're going in the wrong direction with this about why the WNBA does. Like, is this conversation about why they have to go overseas to play, or is it about their ratings and their marketing? Because
I just want to point out something, Chad.
Hold on, Chad. Hold on.
Chad, I just want to point out something that's just hilarious. You got all of these men in the paint trying to figure out how to make the WNBA work. I just want to point that out.